All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started on our next bit of exam review. So this is Unit 4. Unit 4 is a lot more, kind of math-based, so you are doing a little bit more work by hand here. And we're going to start off with multiplication of binomials. So number 1 says to simplify, we've got x minus 3 squared times x plus 2. So I'm going to write out x minus 3 twice because it says it's squared, and then I'll do x plus 2 last. So this is going to be distribution. X times x squared. X times negative 3, negative 3x. Negative 3x times negative 3 times x is another negative 3x. And then negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. All that is still in a group because x plus 2 is outside of it, waiting its turn to be multiplied. Then we go ahead and combine like terms. So minus 3x, those combine to be minus 6x plus 9. And now we multiply in x plus 2. Now, right here, I'm actually going to jump to my work page. So for number 1, I've got x squared minus 6x plus 9 times x plus 2. So instead of trying to squish it in over here, I'm going to give myself some more room. And I'm actually going to reorder this. I'm going to put the x plus 2 on the front because I find for whatever reason my brain is wired this way, I find that it's easier to multiply when the smaller group is in front. So x times x squared gets me x cubed. X times minus 6x gets me minus 6x squared. X times 9 gets me 9x. And then 2x squared minus 12x plus 18. So I distributed the x and then I distributed the 2. Now I'm going to look for some like terms. X cubed doesn't have any friends. It stays just x cubed. But I've got minus 6x squared plus 2x squared, so minus 4x squared. And then I've got plus 9x minus 12x. So together, positive 9, negative 12 add up to minus 3x. And then finally I get plus 18. And we're done. There's number 1. All right, now number 2, its goal is to do the exact opposite. So number 2 says to factor completely. So instead of multiplying, I'm going to be looking for things to divide out. So for number 2, first things first is I'm going to look for some common factors. And all 3 of these terms can be divided by 3 as well as 1x because they all divide by 3, all their coefficients, and they each have at least 1x. So I got 3x on the outside with x squared minus 3xy minus 4y squared left over. And now comes the factoring process where we try to find 2 numbers that add to negative 3 and multiply to negative 4. And those 2 numbers that add to negative 3 and multiply to negative 4 are going to go in my parentheses. So negative 4 off to the side, that's 1 times negative 4, that's 2 times negative 2. Those are the factors of negative 4. And I put the negative sign on the larger number, or in this case the same, but the larger number because the middle number is negative. So if I'm thinking ahead where they have to add up to a negative number, I'm going to pick putting the negative on the larger number. And hopefully you see that 1 times negative 4 has factors that add up to negative 3 in the middle. All right, so x's in the front, y's in the back. And there we go, we're done. They're the factors. So I got 1 done through multiplication. I got 2 done through division because I'm undoing that simplification. And I'm going to actually jump ahead to number 4 Do I want to jump to number 4? It does say factor, but you know what? No, I'm not going to jump to number 4. I'm going to just go right on in order with numbers 3 and 4 because I get to use my friend Desmos. When it says state the roots, there is no reason to stress yourself out when all you need to do is check your roots in Desmos, the graphing calculator. So I type in y equals x cubed plus 4x squared plus x minus 6. And to get my actual roots, I look at the x-intercept. All right, another name for roots are x-intercepts, x-intercepts, and those are occurring at -3, -2, and 1. Now, the reason that I'm just going to finish up with number 4 here is because I can use the exact same process to answer number 4. So what I'm going to do is, even though number 4 says, hey, factor it completely, here's a little trick that you can use if you're not feeling factoring at the time. If you're not feeling factoring, work from the roots to the factors. The roots are -3, -1, and 2. And then you can take those roots and turn them into your factors. So we can say x plus 3, x plus 1, and x minus 2. When it comes to roots versus factors, all that you got to do is change the sign. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pause there. I'm going to pick back up with, no, I lied. I'm going to do 5, 2, because it's literally the exact same problem. So x minus 2, x minus 1, x plus 5, and x plus 7, right? Roots to factors, zeros, same thing as a root, to factors, change the sign. +2 became x minus 2, +1 became x minus 1, -5 became x plus 5, -7 became x plus 7. Now I will stop the video, give you a break, and I will pick back up next.